I do really want to have a normal game of Magic. Until now, had a lot of weird situations with Storm. Oh, that's one white heroic. Okay. Probably a turn 1 Secret Cat is bad, but I kept for a Scepter Storm and Ransack the Lab and a bunch of rides, and now we draw first day of class, which is sweet. So we can play Super Vent on turn 1, pass, and we can try to combo kill on turn 3. Hoping they don't have anything like the Vigilance enchantment, so they can't keep their Secret Cat on the blockers. Hoping also they don't get a lot of lives. There's no difference between Geothermal Crab. It's a bit block here, right? I probably should play Geothermal Crevice because we have a Carbon Ritual, and then we can pass. Okay. Darn. Okay, that's problematic because they can gain a lot of lives, but also I think that having their big blocker can be troublesome. Anyway, I think that trying to combo off this turn is not really great, so I'll play Ransack the Lab, put some cards on the graveyard, try to find another Cabaret Ritual or a Sitting Sun or a Dark Ritual, and then I play another Geothermal Crevice. I don't need Chromatic Star or Night Whisper, so I pick Rite of Flame, and I prefer Geothermal Crevice over Pitbug, so I can have more cards in my graveyard before comboing off. And this turn I'll try to combo off, pick Introduction to Annihilation with first day of class, and exile their Secret Cat. Oh no, they can protect it. Oh no, they're lethal thanks to Chromatra's Blessing. That's a turn 4 kill. Unexpected. Usually when White Heroic is not able to turn 4 kill. Well, good for your opponent that you draw one of your Eternal Armor. I don't like Galvanic Rolling against an aggro deck. I think that there's no reason to bring in Gas Shot. I should bring in Echoing Fruit. Probably Echoing Fruit is better than Duras because we can take some turns. I don't really like it, but so it's probably better than Duras or anything else because I'm not a turn 1 Swamp Duras deck. So Echoing Fruit can be good to bounce their blockers, so they can block my creatures or just attack to time walk them. Usually my White Heroic is a turn 5 or turn 6 skill deck. It's pretty rare for them to win on turn 3. That's a bad hand. We have Ransack the Lab, but we don't have anything else left. We have a Galvanic Roy, but we don't have enough spells to get a bunch of cards from Galvanic Roy, so I mulligan it. That's much better because we have first day of class. We can eventually try to draw an extra card with Lotus Petal. I'll put on the bottom Chromatic Spear because maybe they have Fragmentize. That's not a great hand, but we have a bunch of card manipulation, so maybe we are able to do something here. I'm not sure. Maybe they have another fast starting hand. Maybe with the 0/4 creature. Where? So they have the flying heroic creature probably. Ooh, that's good. Okay, what I do really need here? I think that I both need lands and rituals, so I'll play Night Whisper, and obviously I wasn't able to draw any lands or rituals. But what they do? What they're doing? Why they cycle their second land and insert their land? What are you doing, opponent? They have a mana tight in hand, maybe? Thank you, opponent, for giving me extra turns. Wow, I kept I kept an end without Chatterstorm, and then I found I'll draw only Chatterstorm. Alright. No creatures. Weird. Yeah. We can eventually play Metamorphose, just to draw an extra card. Yeah, why not? Black red. Okay. Next turn I can play Ransack the Lab. Oh, I should have played Ransack the Lab this turn instead of Chromatic Star probably. No, because I have 7 cards in hand now. So next turn I play Ransack the Lab and probably Pete Book. And I probably can wait another turn. There's no need to play anything anything other than Ransack the Lab right now. They're not playing any creature. I don't know what they had in hand. Maybe they have some fog effect, but I don't think that there's a reason to keep a weird hand with a Dawn Charm or something similar. Maybe because they kept it because they had a lifelink. They probably don't have creatures. There's no reason to cycle your second land and missing your second land drop unless you don't have your creature. Alright. Ransack the Lab. The creator Metamorphose. Since I have 3 copies of Chatterstorm, it's probably better to pick the Ritual because I have only 2, 4, 5 mana. With Dark Ritual, I have 2 extra mana, and with Rite of Flame, I will have another extra mana, so that will mean 2, 4, 5, 6, 8 mana to cast First Day of Class, Chatterstorm, and eventually another Chatterstorm or Echoing Truth. Yeah, Dark Ritual seems the best pick now. Alright. I think that they may have only a fog effect to interact with my board state. Okay, Lagana is not problematic at all. We can also bounce it. Probably is not necessary, but we can eventually. And I'll play first the Ritual, then crack Silver Vent, play Rite of Flame. I think I'll crack Chromatic Star for red or green. I can eventually bounce my own Chromatic Star, but probably there's no reason to do it. I should first crack Chromatic Star. I can crack it for green, leaving only 3 black mana. The creator is fine. Alright, so that's the first day of class. I think I'll pick Pest Summoning. But since I have only 8 mana, there's no real reason to pick Pest Summoning. I can play Coin Truth, bounce the creature, play Chatterstorm and still win. Because I'm lethal. Yeah, discard your Thermal Crevice. Alright. Bounce Lagana. Play Chatterstorm. And play the last Chatterstorm. I don't know what weird ad they may have kept, but I'm fine. with my opponent gifting me one game. I think that I don't really want to change anything. If we fear some fog effect, we can bring in Flaring Pain, but probably Coin Root is much better because we can interact better with their lifelink creature with Vigilance. I think that Sacred Cat with Vigilance is much fearsome than any fog effect. We have a Galvanic Relay, Shatterstorm, Ransack the Lab. That's a good hand, I think. Galvanic Relay is not really great, but if we found another land, we can have a turn fail like Metamorphose into Galvanic Relay just to draw 2 extra cards. So what do you have on turn 1? False Scourge. Okay, Lotus Petal is great, probably. It's great because we have a Galvanic Relay. Eternal Armor. And now probably they will have 3 copies of Eternal Armor and kill me on turn 3. That would be really good. Oh, maybe they want to play around Gutshot, but I think that there's no reason for me to bring in Gutshot. Gutshot is just bad. I mean, I don't really need the cards against aggro decks, usually. Not sure why they decided to play first Baltus Scourge. Maybe they draw like another Trailblazer this turn. I think that I can play Ransack the Lab this turn instead of Galvanic Relay, because if I draw my last Cabal Ritual, what I prefer here, Metamorphose or Cabal Ritual? Probably Metamorphose, because next turn I'll probably not draw the 3rd land, but with 3 copies of Metamorphose and a Lotus Petal, I will be able to draw something like 6 extra cards for the next turn. And maybe I will able to draw my first day of class, and maybe I will able to combo off. Oh, that's cool. Nothing relevant. Okay, Lotus Petal. Metamorphose. Red black. Alright. I think I'll play all my Metamorphose just to go bigger with Galvanic Relay. Another Petal seems fine to me. Alright, we also draw a land. So since we draw a land, we can eventually play Chromatic Star and crack 1 Lotus Petal. That's an extra card. If you want to play mana tight targeting my Chromatic Star, I'm fine. I'm not spending mana to resolve my Chromatic Star. Now you can cast your mana tides. Oh, Benevolent Blessing, that's fine. Benevolent Blessing. They choose green instead of blue. 4 lands? Seriously? Painful. Well, we can play a bunch of Chatterstorm. We can play a bunch of Skrill just to have a bunch of blockers. That's probably not really good. That's probably not great. But oh, they're just useless. Okay, they have a Scourge. At least we also draw the last Galvanic Relay, but I think that will not be really relevant. Alright, crack for red. I want to crack it for red. Nah. Play Galvanic Relay, Galvanic Rite of Flame. Crack for I probably should play first Dark Ritual. Nah. Crack for black. They're not lethal for the next turn, so I can waste my resources to go bigger with Galvanic Relay and my card manipulation. So Dark Ritual, Beetle, Night Whisper, Rite of Flame, Ransack the Lab, Star, the Creator, Rite of Flame. I guess Chromatic Star is probably better here. I think I want to crack it. I can also crack my Geothermal Crevice since I can play another land from exile. Also I have an untapped land, so I can also crack my Lotus Petal eventually. I crack for another black, that's not really relevant. What I should play here, Chatterstar or Chromatic Star, or eventually I can play both of them, but I'll waste my land and I'll play Swamp this turn. Nah, it's better to I can keep my Lotus Petal. Or there any reason to keep Lotus Petal? No, there's no reason. I shall play Sulfur Vent and Galvanic Relay for 9 cards. Another bunch of lands, but at last we draw the first day of class and another Chatterstar. Another Rites, another couple of Rites, another couple of Chromatic Star, and have 8 creatures to attack this, or 8 extra damage for the next turn, which is great. I needed to draw 40 cards before drawing only one copy of Rite of Flame, of first day of class, I mean. That's also weird because I kept only 2 Galvanic Relay and I still wasn't able to draw 1 Echoing Truth. Next turn I have 6 mana from my lands and no, that's my sideboard, and also that's a 3 extra mana, 2 extra mana, so that's another 5 mana. That's around 5 mana. They are attacking only with the Vault Scourge. Alright. Crack Sulfur Vent, play Rite of Flame. You can't counter it. Play Dark Ritual. 3, 4, 9, 10 mana. what I need here. Probably should start with a chromatic sphere, crack it for green, another chromatic sphere, crack for red, nice, cover. Probably I should start with ransack the lab. 6, 9, 10, 12, 13. So I can play first day of class. Bring in pest summoning. We have already 8 damage on the battlefield. They can get only 3 lives apparently. So that's 2, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. So yeah, we can play ransack the lab first. Another first day of class. That's great. More extra damage. So the first day of class, we can discard 1 land. Wow. Chunky squirrels. Chunky squirrels. Chunky squirrels. Chunky squirrels. Alright, but we don't have blue mana. I'll crack the land. So, I have 7 mana, so I can play Swamp, play Chromatic Star, crack for green. Night Whisper is useless. Alright. Discard Night Whisper. Cabal Ritual. Squirrels, squirrels, many squirrels. Chunky squirrels. I think that unless they have prismatic strands or something similar, we are probably lethal. The squirrels are big. Double galvanic relay for the win. Probably. I'm attacking you. You can block if you want. Please, no fog effect. Well, I guess prismatic strands or Dawn Charm and kind of fog effect. That's probably the only way for them to win this game. I have a lot of 4/4 squirrels. Yeah, they didn't have anything. Chunky squirrels. The weird thing about white in Pauper is that they usually don't have any 8 cards, because usually in other formats like Legacy, white is the death and taxes color. So it's really weird for white to not being able to interact with spell combo decks. Usually they're weak to creatures unless they draw Wrath of God, obviously. Pamper is really missing answers to Storm-like combo decks. At least in other colors beside blue.